Hi, welcome to the Blanton's Art Where You Are studio. I'm Monique O'Neil, Museum Educator for Family and Community Programs. Today we're going to make a work of art inspired by artist Tania Bruguera. Tania Bruguera was born in 1968 in Havana, Cuba. Bruguera explores the relationship between art, activism, and social change in her art, like in this work in our permanent collection titled Poetic Justice. Bruguera became interested in the metaphoric potential of tea during a residency in India, creating a mixed media construction with used tea bags stitched to canvas. To make your work of art, you'll need the following items: watercolor paper, paper towel, spray bottle filled with water, fruit tea bags. I find these to have the most variety of colors. We're going to use the tea bags differently than the artist did. As I took a closer look at Poetic Justice, I became curious about what the canvas might look like behind all those tea bags. If we were able to lift them up and remove them, what types of marks might have been left behind? Before starting on our tea print, I recommend to lightly spray the watercolor paper to help adhere the tea bags in place while you're making. Begin laying out your tea bags in the desired composition on your watercolor paper. Now I'm choosing to use a grid-like pattern, similarly to how the tea bags in Poetic Justice are positioned. Now feel free to place the bags in any pattern, even overlapping the bags if you'd like. I'm also being really mindful of how the tea is distributed inside the bag. Now I'm wanting my tea to cover the whole area of the bag, so before I lay the bag down, I'm spreading out the tea evenly. When you're good with how and where all your tea bags are placed, you'll want to start lightly spraying your tea bags down with water. This step will take a few minutes, as your goal here is to saturate the bag well enough with water to where the water starts penetrating through the back of the tea bags and onto your watercolor paper. As I spray, I'm gently pressing down on each bag to help push the water through the tea leaves and the bag. Every now and then, lift the corners of your tea bags to check and see if your water is getting through to the other side like you would like. The more water you spray, the more saturated your tea color will be on your paper. Once you feel like your tea bags are soaked through to your liking, you're going to leave them on your paper from anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour. Here I'm carefully lifting the bags from the paper and placing them onto my paper towel. Since I saturated my tea bags with water pretty well, as I lift my bags, it's revealing little pools of water left behind on my paper, which I love. As these little color pools dry, they'll leave a nice contrast to the lighter areas. The final outcome of your print will be determined by how little or how much water you used and for how long you let your tea bags lie on the paper. You'll want to find a safe spot to set aside your wet work so it can have a full day to dry. And there you are, your very own Tania Bruguera inspired work of art. What will you choose to title your tea print? If you'd like to share what you made today with the Blanton, tag us with @Blanton Museum and use #ArtWhereYouAre. I hope you enjoyed making today with the Blanton's Art Where You Are studio. If you'd like to learn more about the artist and work of art featured today, please click on the link below to find our list of resources. Stay up to date with the Blanton by joining our e-news list at blantonmuseum.org/subscribe, and find more activities and resources to Museum from Home at blantonmuseum.org/museumfromhome.